everyone just about settled in for some football here at Houston's NRG Stadium. Today, our draw features two from the AFC between the Denver Broncos and the Houston Texans. Kaimi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And away we go from NRG Stadium. Yeah, this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Let's see, Kate. Establish a run, cash in on the opening drive, and play from in front. That's the dream scenario to any contest, and runs like that gets the ball rolling.
First down, ball at the 36. Wilson to throw it. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First down throw from Wilson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get this through midfield and starts pushing into Texans territory.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun handoff to Harvey. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Jalen Petrie there on the stop.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And the Texans go in nickel coverage, 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. Went for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Now, this group likes to be aggressive, and early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here. 4th down, Wilson throwing. He's got Sutton complete. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
On play action now, Wilson escapes the pocket. Here's a deep shot towards the end zone. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Harvey does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards. Offense up to the line fast. Taking the handoff, now Wilson. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos finish up an excellent opening series. They'll set up here for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. His return starts at the 5. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud of the air to start us off. And his first pass falls incomplete. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
Following the incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 now from the 30. But throw outside, and they might throw this again. He's got him, it's caught! And he's in! Oh, the double pass stuns him and ends with a touchdown! Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Wilson now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
They send a man in motion. Wilson on 3rd down. He won't be able to make the catch. It's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Well, apparently a little too long to run the field goal unit out. The offense staying put to go for it. On 4th down, Wilson. Throw is caught by the back. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So that brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Wilson to throw again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Throwing on third, Wilson. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 28. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets them the first. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Wilson with it on first. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Sticking in the air with Wilson. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Picked off by Jalen Petrie. Space on the right. He's got room. And he's gonna go. It's a pick six. I don't know about you, Brock, but I could almost feel them going through the 5 stages of grief over on that sideline, watching their would-be touchdown pass in 6 points return the entire way to the opposite end zone for 6 on the other side of the board.
You just don't really believe it's happening until he's, well, 30, 40 yards into his return, then you're just powerless. Kate, just over 40 times in the history of the NFL this has happened.
Wow.
What a return to add to that list.
Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Now, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap for Wilson. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He fires one deep down the middle. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton, and now they're staring at 4th and long. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. To the air, Stroud. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. They've got 1st down from the 31. Stroud completes it quick. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 23. Chased out to his right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the first. Great tackle there to bring up fourth down. And before they can break the huddle, we've hit the end of our first quarter. It's an early advantage for the Texans. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Texans in possession. And the offense remains on the field as they face 4th and 1. And Stroud gets him the first with a slide down at the end of it.
We didn't try fighting for more and risking a fumble in that situation. Just make sure you get what you need and then go protect yourself. That's exactly what the QB did.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Trying to set up the screen for Mixon. And this one does not go far.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
And he's going to be bottled up just a few yards into that second down run.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans take a 13-point lead. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around, didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And this drive will start inside the 25. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to the air. Finds Mims. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Broncos will have a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Wilson on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Couldn't find a completion on first down. Looking for his wide receiver there. So second down coming up. Throwing again. Here's Wilson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
The Texans bringing out an extra DB. Third down coming up. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. On now comes their punter. And he's getting the call for the second time this game. And they avoid a return on the play. This one bounces and gets out at the 25-yard line. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. On the ground again with Mixon. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Here we go, goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Timeout coming from the Texans, that's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. From the gun, Stroud. That's the first down, and he's still going. Racing down the left side. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. First call here coming from the shotgun. From the gun, it's Wilson. Hits him on the out route. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the 27. Dumps it off to his running back. And that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Launches one deep downfield. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Brought in at the 41. Massive hit. The ball is out. And this one goes out of bounds, but whether they recovered or not, doesn't matter. Possession still changes with a turnover on downs. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Dixon on the counter. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
And this is going to be down to, it looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. Shotgun now, 1st round. Forced out to his right. He takes it himself. And he's hit and sent out right along that line of scrimmage, so no gain on 1st down.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
Schultz with the catch. He's got it in the red zone. And he will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
Not just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
They're going to run here. It's Mixon. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Long sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal. Running with Mixon out of the gun. Nice piece of work there. That's 9 yards. Might encourage them to go for it now on 4th. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
Well, these are the moments that I just live for up in the booth, man. What are you going to do as a play caller? You're going to go for it now? You're going to try to slam it in? Well, if so, you better get a whole lot more movement than he did right there.
All right, now a timeout is called. 9 seconds to go in this half. Leaving the offense out there, it's 4th and goal from the 1. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. This from just 23 yards away.
Okay, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Looking to throw. Mims with the grab. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. He'll throw it. He lets one fly deep downfield. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Going to begin with a mix and run. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Mixon on the toss. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. Hauled in left side. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Keeping it with Mixon. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Throw right side, Dell has it. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate and turns into a nice gain.
Play number 9 of the drive. It's going to be 3rd and 5 to go. Looking to throw, Stroud. Setting up the screen. And they get stuffed. He is knocked backwards on the play. That makes it 4th down.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Short pass brought in. And he hits him for a gain of 6. He's up to the 26.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Wilson now from the gun. And that one's just a little bit too low to be brought in. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now it's 3rd and short. To throw, here's Wilson. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game, and failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
All right, looks like this is the moment they're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on 4th. Motioning left is their running back. 4th down, here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
1st and 10, or on to Mixon. Still has room inside the 15.